Hey, we're here. All right. So, John is going to be here. Mariano's going to come in and join us for a few. And Triple B, I will definitely let her know. So, we got a ton of Dynamite books tonight, but human and interest story that I thought was pretty cool. So, Stevie B sent me an email. Did we see him in the room yet? That doesn't matter. So, he sent me an email with a pic. So his sister, who lives in Florida, I guess, volunteered to go to a local comic book shop to get Stevie B his free comic books. And Stevie B recognized that it was a shop that Castle works at, Big John. So I didn't send to Jay only because I don't actually have Stevie B's permission or his sister's permission to put the pick up. And I got the pick right for the show. So Steve B, if you're in the house, I thought that was super neat. So there is a picture of Big John, and there he is, Mariano. Big John and Stevie B's sister. And of course, Big John towers over every human being. So I don't know how tall his sister is, but needless to say, she comes up to about, I don't know, about yay high on Big John. But so does Robbie. So who knows how tall she is, right? But I thought it was neat. I bring it up because I think it's really kind of cool, the connections that we've made. Someone we haven't seen in the room for a long time, because I know he travels a lot for work, is, of course, Lars Man, who surprised me and Amy by showing up at our door one day. And I thought he was like a copier salesman or something. He was dressed in a suit and a tie. And he goes, "Hey guys, it's Lars Man." And I'm like, "Get out." And he just happened to be in town for business and came by to see us. And I just think it's really cool, all the kind of personal connections that have kind of come up because of the show. And Preston, I don't know if Mariano will name drop. Will you? Like all the famous people you know?
Preston, who do you want to know?
I
was at the Thunderbolt screening, and it was loaded, a theater full of Marvel people. I could name drop like 30 people right now. Is that what he wants to hear?
Maybe, but
Yeah.
You told me you just went to the movie theater. I'm assuming with your wife to watch Thunderbolts.
No. Thunderbolts was an invitation only. Fabian Nicieza guest. Mariano.
Name drop number one. So if you play the drinking game, go ahead and take your shot. We do that, actually. That was a game.
An entire theater for Marvel people only.
Oh, this one is a bender. Okay, he's going to name drop a ton of people now. So this one's going to turn out to be a bender. Those of you with a weak constitution, do not play. I warn you now. That is the only disclaimer you're going to get from Dynamic Forces.
So wrong. Where's John when you need him?
He is watching Thunderbolts. He texted me. I'll read the text.
Is he not done with it yet?
I don't know how long the movie is.
I
was not invited to the high-end celebrity-filled screening. Okay, so I don't know.
See, I assumed John was knee-deep in tequila and tamales for Cinco de Mayo. That's what I was assuming.
Well, he did go to Iron Hill prior to watching the movie. So his text said to me, out of Iron Hill into Thunderbolts, watch, I won't say the number because we play that game, be right there, right at 6 or a little bit later. So he will be here unless he stopped at Iron Hill again, which means
I have more like high-end Marvel movie screening things to do for Thunderbolts. Let's hope he gets here quick.
Translation: my wife is expecting me home soon, and I don't want to get her mad.
So wrong.
So wrong. I don't think so. I work in this office with you. Okay, and I hear you on the phone. Yes, dear. No, dear. I love you, dear. Okay.
That's the cleaning lady. Stop.
That's the cleaning lady.
I hope your wife is not watching the show, okay? Because you just cooked yourself, mister.
Can we
Mrs.
talk
Nate
comics?
He is joking.
Can we talk comics?
Why? That's not what the show's
That's not
about.
What we're here?
No.
Sports?
Ask Robbie.
Robbie, what are we here for? What's going on?
We're here just to talk. That's what we do. And occasionally we sell a book or two.
No wonder Rex enjoys it so much.
Thank you, Robbie, for clearing things up for our.
Yeah, and occasionally it's a chance get on a soapbox and complain about something. Usually
Yes, I will.
Comcast or the young people today or something like that. So
yes,
Young
that's
people
true.
today.
Yes, that's true. He's right. I cannot lie. That is true. But
these kids today, I don't like them.
I never say that. I am far more specific about what my complaints. Okay, come on. So Mariano was here tonight because
I don't know, because you asked me to come in.
seriously,
what am I supposed to be doing?
it's amazing we work together on the same project.
Wait, hold on. I know how to fix this
How are you gonna fix it?
because I'm looking at things backwards. So let's take a quick look here.
Yeah, why is everything backwards
Okay.
on screen? All right,
So
so
I see what's going on here. These are sketch covers. These are sketch covers I worked on
that you sent to me
that I
for the
sent
show.
you for the show, and
Yes.
they have me on a lot of them. Actually, probably me on all of them.
So,
Yeah, it is.
So this is
Wow,
this
this is like
part
a
of the
Mariano-centric show.
so this part of the show is to massage Mariano's ego. So please,
Except one cover that we're going to feature first.
well, it's not the order I have it in.
It's not the order?
No, it's
So
not.
wait, so now you're organized.
So-
All the other times, talk about anything, do
So-
whatever. Now all of a sudden you're organized. You're like a specific. All right, go ahead. All right, your
That's a
show,
shot.
your
That is
show.
a shot right there.
Do
Go
your-
ahead,
do
Jay.
your thing.
Go ahead, Jay.
I can skip to whichever one Mariano wants to start with.
Don't placate the man. Okay, that's not the way we do things here. He will fall in line. Okay, and that's the way it's going to be. All right.
You're the boss.
Notice
You're
he
in
picks
charge.
the one spot where he can block me as
Oh,
much
that-
as
was that the
possible.
idea? I want. Okay, hold on. I think we can do this. Wait. Okay, how's that?
Wow, thinking on your feet,
Look at
so to
that.
speak,
Or
or your butt, depending. All right, so we'll get to the giveaways in a minute because we don't want to get Mariano in trouble with the missus. All right, so here we go. All right, so first up, we have Doctor Strange #1 with Doctor Strange cover sketch collage by Joe Del Beato and some dude.
And some dude.
Oh, that's
Sure.
right, Mariano Nicieza.
Joe Del Beato, the guy that makes me look good. Let's start with that. So you're talking about this one.
I bet
Right.
Joe's watching too.
Infinite Worlds of Doctor Strange. Oh wait, I don't have to hold it up. You got to write it there on the screen.
Yeah.
You are
Hello.
organized.
Is
You've
this the
got
first
like
time you're on the
like
show,
a
sir?
Well-tuned, well-oiled machine.
That's Jay.
So, Doctor Strange.
Yes.
And I'm using it's a collage piece. So everything you're seeing here is just collaged. And it was kind of my homage to the multiverse of madness, where I've got different environments and different worlds. And then I love that Doctor Strange, I don't know what to call it, window ornament, icon, whatever it is that's on his mansion. But I love that logo design. So since we're dealing with circles, it was an easy one to integrate into the piece.
So one final point. If you people do not purchase the sketch covers with Mariano on them, I will have to hear about it tomorrow. Okay. He will wind from 9 a.m. to just about noon-ish before he goes to lunch. If I'm really lucky, it'll stop there. Otherwise, it will continue when he returns from his lunch. Okay. And I may have to call out sick in the afternoon. I'm just saying.
Right, Robbie, this is the time where you mute his microphone and chime in and just,
Robbie can't do that.
I wish I
Robbie
could
can't do
mute
that.
his
What do you mean
microphone.
Robbie can't do that.
He does.
Oh,
would
Jay,
never do
thank you
that.
so much. I appreciate that. Mariano, I got a question. I just want to know, you got a big box of National Geographic magazines with a bunch of pages cut out to do these collages. Is that what's going on?
It's you are bringing up, and now I'm going to get serious. So back in the day, before computers, art directors, artists kept filing cabinets with sample material. So over the years, literally over the decades, because I'm a really old man, you go through a magazine and you see something that catches your eye, and you would tear it out, and it's like these old-fashioned manila folders filled with material. So yeah, that's exactly what we're dealing with.
So you're pillaging your mortal file right there. That's awesome. Man.
Exactly.
Heck yeah.
All right.
And
next
nowadays, you just Google image search it, and everybody uses the first 5 images that pop up, and they're obvious references, right? So people should
However,
go deeper into their Google image search, I think.
however, I will interject that you can do that for reference, but if you're going to do it for collage, you're going to need high resolution prints, and 9 times out of 10, the stuff on the internet is not high resolution. So
True.
back to my trusty old-fashioned manila folder files.
I'll tell you what, when Mariano starts running low on his morgue file, you're going to start seeing circles with like packs of Newport cigarettes in there.
Came close this time.
All right. Next up, we
Moving
have
right along, Mr. X.
Thor #1 with Jane Foster Thor cover sketch by Ken Hazer and that dude again. What's his name?
So this one was actually Jane Foster Thor. And originally, Ken had done it as a line art piece. And then I raised my hand and I said, hey, Ken, can I take your piece and really ruin it? So there we have it in full color for the first time ever on this show.
There you go. So inker would be Hazer.
Yeah, Ken Hazer.
And
the
colorist would be
me.
Mariano Nicieza.
And I love Ken's line work. I love Ken's style. He's got like a really thick, old line style. And I just find it very appealing.
There he is. Big John.
John, I'm in the middle of the show here. I'm
I know.
like
I'm sorry.
rolling along. There's a flow. And all of a sudden now you come in.
You don't need me. I can still go back in.
That's not right. I was asking
How many times
for
can you
before.
watch Thunderbolts this week?
Rex,
tell you-
Rex was really picking on me, and I could have used your help before.
What are you doing?
Thank
Why?
you.
What I do every day.
He's considered a great grandfather of martial arts.
Oh.
What is the matter with you, sir?
Oh my God.
Good to
I
see
thought
you.
that was Jack Kirby.
Good to see you.
I guess they're about the same age. Anyway.
No, are you kidding me? He gave Kirby his first gig. He said, "Here, kid, do some romance."
All right, next up is a connecting cover. Human Torch versus Spider-Man, connecting cover sketch by Dan Neilinger, and of course, again, Mariano Nicieza.
That would be me. So this one, actually, Dan supplied the Human Torch piece, and he did it in such a way that it was allowing me to create a collage out of it. So I struggled for a while on what to do with the Human Torch. But then I remembered in the late 60s, early 70s, because there's always been a team up or a conflict between Human Torch and Spider-Man, all the way back to the Ditko days. But John Buscema had done some pieces with Spider-Man and the Human Torch in the late 60s that I recall. I think the Lizard was in the story. And it was like a nice collaboration between John Romita Sr. and John Buscema. So ended up coloring the Human Torch and ended up creating a connecting piece, which was sort of an homage to the Buscema style Spider-Man from back in the day. So that is a true collaborative piece.
All right, this one is $299.99 retail price, and we have it for $125. It's a bargain for a
Shouldn't they be
connecting
paying
cover.
more because Mariano's here actually
Explaining
Easter
it,
egging it?
talking about it.
$379 should be the starting price because he don't work cheap.
And we have the Fantastic Four movie coming out. So anything with these characters is going to skyrocket come July.
And again, if these don't sell tonight, I have to suffer in the morning. So,
wrong. That's
Mariano gets here about usually a little bit
John,
before me.
Don't let him put pressure on the audience like this. That's wrong. It's just wrong.
So I go to the kitchen, I get coffee.
I'm sure
Then
they'll
I
do
sit
the
down.
right thing and not
And
disappoint Mariano. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, see, John knows me. All right. And then I sit down, and the very first question after every show, how do we do? Sometimes we do okay.
Can I not share concern and exuberance for my coworkers' activities the night before?
Oh,
Is that so wrong?
is this a Mariano Nicieza sketch? I'm putting this on eBay right now.
You
Did
know, I don't know where that came from. I
Oh,
don't even know
all
what that is. I can't take credit for it.
Bronze, what's up, bud? Thank you, Marcus, for once again spending my money. The man who was responsible for the copper tone sketch cover that CJ did. I'll never forgive you, Marcus.
You haven't seen the numbers on Instagram for that, have you? Well, they might have blocked you on that one. I don't know.
There are moments I hate you, John. All right, here we go.
My mom used to say that. That's heartwarming, man. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. All right. So next up, we got Deadpool Team Up with FF and Silver Surfer cover sketch by John Pleak. And how do you pronounce this name? Oh, Mariano Nicieza.
Nicosia. That's,
Nicosia. Oh my God. That one's gonna stick, Mar.
thank you.
So please tell us about it, Mr. Nicosia.
So John Pleak, the assignment was to do a Fantastic Four and try to create sort of an homage cover. And it looks to me like he did a Kirby homage, and I can't quite recognize the cover. It might have been the Inhumans. The Kirby poses look familiar. I just
Is it
can't place
FF45
exactly
maybe?
where. Possibly, quite possibly. I know it's definitely Kirby that he looked at for reference. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
it's Fantastic Four 45.
Okay, thank you. The Silver Surfer is John Buscema from Silver Surfer #1. So he put the two of them together, and he gave me those planets. And then I look at these before I color them. I just don't plunge in and start coloring. So this is really obscure, really obscure. But I've always been fascinated with the Negative Zone storyline in Fantastic Four. And then there was, and this is the obscure part, in the early 70s, there was a Star Trek animated episode. And the Enterprise went into an alternate universe where everything was reversed. So instead of having black space, it was white space, and the suns were black and the planets, whatever. So it stuck in the back of my mind, and I saw all those planets, and I said, you know what, instead of doing a black background, why don't we do like a negative zone, negative space deal here? And therein lies the whole premise of this cover. So it's the Fantastic Four and the Silver Surfer, and they're in the negative zone, but it's sort of my twist on the negative zone.
I love that. And I love the Star Trek animated series. I still have the complete series on DVD. It's always fun to revisit that. And is that big planet like a collage, like something you?
It is.
Is that the Newport ad right there? That looks like a Newport ad.
No, it's another ad. I don't even remember what it was from, but definitely not the cigarettes. Definitely.
All right, then we have New Avengers #1 with Black Cat cover sketch by Tony Scott and Mariano Nicieza.
So Tony Scott, love his stuff, love his line work, love his dynamic poses.
He's real popular
and
with our people.
Excellent. So this was a great scenario where it's not quite a collage, but I do have these guys do these on single boards so that if I have to, I can remove them from the boards and place them on things like this on a single sketch cover. So the end result looks like a really clean looking sketch cover piece.
That's great.
All right.
Tony Scott does great work. I really love his stuff. And I really love your use of pink, Mariano. Like, I love your use of pink. It's something that's not utilized enough, and you use it very, very well in some of these covers.
I've this has been done a lot. Like in one of the recent James Bond movies, there was a fight scene it was either Tokyo or China in some building, and the building was dark, and the neon lights from outside were illuminating Bond fighting an assassin. And
Sean Connery Bond?
No, this is
like Casino, not
it was
Casino Royale.
It's no. It was one of the last two that they did.
Maybe Skyfall.
Maybe Skyfall. It could have been Skyfall. But anyway, I keep my eye out whenever I watch movies. Whenever I try to absorb influences from everywhere I can. So in this case, when you're talking about pink, it's because somehow, some movie, somewhere, I've seen pinks and greens and yellows from neon signs highlighting these characters.
Very cool.
There's an old movie. There's a really old movie with Dick Tracy was in the 80s, and they did some great things with lighting in that movie. So there are times where I just get reference from places that are so obscure that you wouldn't even think twice about them.
Nice.
All right.
Who was Madonna? Was Madonna and Dick Tracy? Yeah, I think Madonna.
She
Yeah,
was.
she's
She
breathless
played
mom.
Breathless.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
So now Marcus, who's been constantly asking about Thunderbolts characters on cover sketches. Here we go. Here are two. First one, Union Jack the Ripper, #1, with the U.S. Agent cover sketch by Tony Scott.
The aforementioned Tony Scott. And I didn't touch this one, so it's really good.
All right, so we have this sketch at
Do
retail
you
of
thank the nerd for popping by? He's got to
$149.99.
take his daughter to school.
What's that?
Do you thank the nerd for popping by? He's got to take his kid
Yeah,
to school.
see you, Bonds. All right, and we have this for $65. I will do 2 for $120. All right.
So wait, let's confirm from John. Was U.S. Agent in Thunderbolts?
Yes,
Is he in that movie?
And Marcus, if you've seen Thunderbolts, you'll know the shield is no longer too flat.
All right. So then we have Century cover sketch
Here we go.
collage by Mariano all by himself.
To be clear, that's not the Sentry. That's
It
the
is?
Void.
That is the Void. That's true.
I love the Void.
Sentry/Void.
Yeah, they did a good job in the movie portraying the Void. They really did.
That is actually a scene from the movie.
Yeah.
And it inspired me when I saw it. It's funny, we don't really think about it too much, but and you know what? The scan
Great.
didn't do that justice. Is the camera doing it justice?
Hold it up a little bit closer.
Make sure you adjust the price for the movies in theaters now. So
Yeah, there you
that's
go.
going north. That's out.
The neon color in the yellow.
Oh, very neat.
John, art school lesson 101.
Oh,
Are you ready?
Yep.
Are you ready?
Robbie,
Why?
write this down.
Robbie, yeah, chime in on this one too, Robbie. Why do you kids think Marvel designed Sentry? Because he was designed in the early 2000s, if I recall.
It's a Jay Lee book, right?
Yeah, it started as
It started as a Jay Lee book. And Paul,
Jenkins.
thank you.
So why do you think that they created a yellow costume for this guy? Why is the Sentry yellow?
Because Superman is blue and red.
That's one answer. It's not the correct answer.
If he
but
has
it's
an
one
accident,
answer.
it won't show.
No, that's not it. That's not it.
My only guess would be because he's kind of modeled on Superman, and they were using the typical heroic good colors of red, blue, and yellow, but didn't want it to be too much like Superman. Maybe. Probably wrong there.
It's possible. It's possible. Not correct, but it's possible. All right.
You see what I have to deal with all day?
We Rex, I haven't heard any theories from you.
I did. I told you
haven't
one.
heard you tap into your vast comic book knowledge.
I did. I
Or
said
your pop
maybe
culture, science fiction knowledge, for that matter.
Oh
to
my
come up
God.
with any.
If you guys want to
all
negotiate,
day long. I got to deal with the man.
if
Okay?
you guys
all
want
day.
to, I'll make you a deal. If you want to negotiate a consultant fee for me, I'll come in for 2 hours because I think I can pretty much hang with him on a pop culture sci-fi thing for about 2 hours. No
I will
more.
buy you a beer. How about that?
We will.
Deal.
You see?
3
I-
hours. Beer's
Yeah,
free.
I know how you work, but
We will cut this short. We'll cut this short. When a character is designed, any character, the story behind the character, how the character is going to get used, all of it falls into play. So, Silver Surfer, silverish, white, sky blue. Why is that? Because every time you see him portrayed, he's going to be in outer space, which is normally solid black or dark blue. So
there we go.
they, from the very beginning, knew that Sentry, and I'm not giving anything away because this character's been around since 2000.
yeah,
so
that's
I'm not
John's
giving
job.
any spoilers.
That's
to the movie.
John's
If
job.
you don't know who the Sentry is by now after 24
Right,
or 5 years, that's on you, not
Thank
on
you.
us.
Thank you. So when they created this character, they knew that this character was going to literally have a dark side. They knew that the Void was going to be part of this character. And when you think of Void, John, what do you think?
Black.
Pink?
Yeah.
Sky blue? No. Black.
So yellow
A
works real well.
deadly Void. So yellow for the cape, yellow highlights of the costume, especially that S pops.
Black
in
and yellow.
solid
I
black.
just assumed these guys were Racer X fans.
Oh, I thought they were Steelers fans.
There you go. That works too.
So that's the story behind the yellow in Sentry.
That makes sense. Light and dark. Yeah, that makes total sense.
We might have to take a break.
All right.
No, I mean, literally, it might be. Don't we have a 625 break or something?
624. But
Oh boy.
But Mariano's just like you. Talk and talk and talk. It's like all day with that.
It's like a telethon of knowledge.
Oh my God.
First,
like
you asked me to come along, then I come along, and look what happens.
I
think when Mariano is here, it actually elevates the show, y'all. I mean, we actually have something worth chewing on. That
you also like Dallas Cowboys, so what do you know?
Oh no!
Look, I don't know why you got to keep bringing that up. Okay.
I will stop as soon as you guys win a Super Bowl. So luckily,
it's happening within the next 20 years, Rex.
I'm sorry.
Grandchildren.
I said it's happening in the next 20 years, man. We're going to win a Super Bowl.
That's what you guys said 25 years
within
ago.
the next 20, I guarantee it.
Oh, fantastic. I'll be dead by then. All right. So here we are. These are the books by Mariano Nicieza and some other guys.
Other guys, wow.
Again, so again.
Isn't Lorena in a group and sees how you refer to people?
What?
Creators as other guys?
Other people, then, if you will.
No, I didn't.
All right.
Where's Nick Barucci when you need him? He's got a great ism for inking, for inkers.
Hopefully he's at a spa day, relaxing and trying to take it easy a little bit.
He's out there publishing my comics as is appropriate.
Hard. But he's got an ism, and I don't remember exactly what it is right now. But you're only as good as your inker, or he definitely had a good zinger for me. We have to bring him in for it later.
All right, so we're gonna go to our first break. When we get back, we'll cover the giveaways and get on the rest of the books.
And have Mariano sit here because I'm out. If you have him, you don't need me.
Well, he's not saying for.
Oh, I was going to say I can make a 7:05
His wife
show.
would beat him if he did.
No, he's got to get home to the housemaid, right?
He's probably calling him right now, like, "Where are you? Get home now!" And he's like, "Yes, ma'am."
The Fortress of Mariano.
This is the man that ran out during tornado warning.
Really appealing.
I don't blame him.
Come back for another go around at the show, making it really appealing.
All right. So, Jay, take us to our first break, and we'll be right back. Hang out.
Order Battle Quest comics at your local comic shop today.
Programming on the EXP is made possible by viewers like you, or your local comic shop, or that Kickstarter you backed, or the publisher you like, or comic industry professionals who want to share a message with the world. Really, anyone who wants to advertise with us can. If you're interested in seeing a product you know and love, or are creating, or are publishing, or are involved with, advertised here on The Experience, and having your message shared with our viewers, please reach out by scanning the QR code below or visiting our website and using the contact form.
Download our app on Google Play and the App Store. It's so simple, even my mommy can use it. In a world where you hit like and subscribe on our YouTube channel, that'd be really great, thanks.
we're back. Thank you, Mariano. All right, so the giveaways. All right, so the comments giveaway winner from last week is Lorena, because she left a comment, and I don't think she's ever left one before. And so to encourage anyone that has not done it before, leave a comment. We're now at a point where I will pick you because I've never picked you as a comments winner. So Loretta, congrats. You are the winner for this week. And what you're getting is The Walking Dead number 103, I think.
Nice.
Signed by Chris Giarusso. All right.
Just continuing Free Comic Book Month here at Dynamite for me.
Yeah,
There you go. We do that every week, twice a week, as a matter of fact.
By the way, I hope everybody had a great Free Comic Book Day. Let us know in the chat.
Mine's
what you
pretty
picked
good.
up. And I hope you picked up the Thundercats Powerpuff Girls. For sure.
All right.
That was super fun.
So
Weeks
now
ago, I think. Yeah.
the hashtag giveaway is Jennifer Blood, number 3, signed and remarked by Ken Hazer. And the hashtag is, as always, EXP Monday, all lowercase.
I talked to Ken, and you know how he loves to do this TMNT homage for pretty much all of that. There were characters he was less confident it would work with. We were talking with that on Instagram. And one of the characters he was less confident that this would work, obviously he was mistaken,
Right.
was a character like Jennifer Blood. I mean, I love Jennifer Blood, but essentially it's a woman with a sniper rifle.
Yeah.
Usually
pretty
some
much.
kind of giant knife in her boot or, you know, against her thigh or something, just pop, pop, pop. And, you know, there's not a lot of team going on there. And the TMNT homage kind of needs that, right? Because the original has 4 characters on it. And so he obviously found a way to make it work.
I love the solution here, right? Like just have the victims basically be the other turtles. And I love when Ken Hazer does this. This is one of my favorite combo covers, period, is TMNT number 1. And I have all of the TMNT number 1 Ken Hazer homages that he's done. Keep making them. We'll still get them. And Jay, just, you know, the Valiant Zombies book on Free Comic Book Day was canceled. Nobody knows where it is because it got canceled.
Is this the third time they're trying to do Valiant?
But like 8 or 9 of the Free Comic Book Day books got canceled. Various ones from Fantagraphics, Valiant, Mad Cave, and a few other publishers, because once Diamond announced their bankruptcy, a lot of people, everything was very unsure back then. You know, it's still a little unsure nowadays, but it was way unsure back then. So a lot of people just canceled their Free Comic Book Day.
I was going to say there's a little bit of, I don't even know if I want to say uncertainty, but you know, there's a little bit of this questions. I'll put it that way. I spend a lot of times cruising through the different sort of comics chats. Some are retailers, some are fans. People are kind of wondering, how this is all going to shake out, or you know what I mean? It's not.
Right.
It's not ideal for. It's certainly not ideal for retailers.
For
it's
anyone.
whatever the opposite of ideal is. That's what this is for retailers. But publishers, creators, people trying to maintain that sort of every week I go to the comic book store. That habit is super important to the entire process.
Yeah,
I agree.
When you have people show up and there's nothing in their pull box because there's nothing in the trucks that pull up to, you know what I mean?
I agree.
There's only so many texts a retailer can get that they're not getting their books before they're
I totally agree.
you're killing us.
The last update that I know of is that Diamond has been approved that Universal and Ad Populum is going to be buying them.
So they are now doing it?
They're apparently doing that, but once again, we already thought Alliance was buying them, so you never know what's going on.
That is true. All right, so we as always, we have the Dynamite 10-pack reader set, 10 random Dynamite titles, $3.99 cover price or higher. And as always, we have it for $5 for the group. And then, of course, we have the DF Mystery Box, 2 CGC 9.8s, 1 Virgin, 1 signed, 1 exclusive, and 10 back issues. $200 retail value guaranteed, and we have it for $85 tonight. All right, quick Rex cap of the sketch covers. Remember, I have to suffer and listen to Mariano if these don't sell. CJ, that's a good question.
CJ, what I'll do is I'll probably answer it on Instagram because I don't want, what is there, 17,000 people in the chat right now?
Well, there are 17,000 Dynamite books I could go through tonight. All right, so Doctor
I'll hit you
Strange.
up on IG, CJ.
Doctor Strange #1 with Doctor Strange cover sketch by Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza.
Is this a collage cover?
This is a collage. Suggested retail of $149.99, and we have for $65. I will do 2 for $120, except for the connecting cover set. All right. So then we got Thor #1 with Jane Foster, Thor cover sketch by Ken Hazer and Mariano Nicieza. First time ever. This has been colored. Suggested retail of $149.99, and we have for $65. Then we have the Human Torch versus Spider-Man connecting cover sketch by Dan Neilinger and Mariano Nicieza. Suggested retail of $299.99, and we have the set for $125. Then we have Deadpool Team Up with FF and Silver Surfer cover sketch by John Pleak and Mariano Nicieza. Suggested retail of $149.99, and we have this one for $65. Then we have New Avengers #1 with Black Cat cover sketch by Tony Scott and Mariano Nicieza. Suggested retail of $149.99, and we have this one for $65. All right, and then we've got Union Jack the Ripper #1 with U.S. Agent cover sketch by Tony Scott. Suggested retail of $149.99, and we have this one for $65 as well. Again, I'll do the single ones, 2 for $120.
I like this cover because I like the fact that they sort of did classic U.S. Agent,
right?
Which had just like Cap had the stupid wings on the side of the head or whatever, but he did the more modern, updated U.S. Agent John Walker with the kind of we'll say call it MCU Cap helmet, which he wears, Cap wears, and Red Guardian wears.
All right, so then.
One of my favorite things that in comic book art in general is when an inker dips a toothbrush into an inkwell and then just splatters the page with it. And that's what I love about this cover is that ink splatter.
All right. Last
one.
one.
In the industry, I have a guy for everything.
All right. So the last one is Void cover sketch collage by Mariano Nicieza.
This is so cool.
Suggested retail of $149.99, and we have this one for $65.
Do you guys know why they chose yellow for the center?
I do now. We all do.
All right, so we only have one ratio book tonight. It is Godzilla versus Spider-Man #1, 1:25 ratio by Greg Land. I've got one that is a 9.4, and we have that one for $15.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you something. This Godzilla versus Spider-Man book took me by storm. It was so much fun, so old school, great art from Nick Bradshaw. It made my pick of the week, which is nice. A big surprise.
You know what? No, I have never seen. I have to compare, and this is our pro wrestling reference of the day. The only person I've seen in recent memory get a laughably insane push in 2 different promotions is Cody Rhodes. Essentially, he got it in DC. And now he's getting it in Marvel. I understand Godzilla is popular, but some of the things I've seen in the DC Marvel, the DC Godzilla, I was like, okay, I get it, sure.
All right. I also have this book in a 9.6, and we have this one for $20.
Corey, in the old days, I tell you exactly how this would end. Godzilla would be in a massive web bag, hanging from a building with a note that said, courtesy of your friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. If Todd was still doing this book, this would probably be a 10-panel fight.
Well, all I'm going to say is, why does Spider-Man have to beat Godzilla? Maybe there's a team up involved. Maybe there's something more to this book. Maybe it's super fun. You should check it out.
Oh, it would be like Tojo team up. That'd be the best.
All right. So now on to the Dynamite books, and we got a lot of them. All right. So first up, we have the first issue of Captain Planet #1, cover A by Mark Spears.
Mark Spears had the longest line at the Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo last weekend. And we're talking about William Shatner was there, Priscilla Presley was there, Chris Claremont, Kevin Eastman, 2 people from Buffy, people from the entire cast of My Name is Earl. Mark Spears had the longest non-stop line of the weekend. My boy is blowing up even more than he's already blown up. Super proud of him and super happy that this book is finally releasing. By the way, do you guys hear any of the stuff about Chris Claremont spoiling Avengers Doomsday? Anybody see that news get picked up that Chris Claremont was at a panel and just spoiled the crap out of Avengers Doomsday? That was the panel of me. And I'm just going to let you all know, I think Chris didn't know what the hell he was talking about. He was just going on and on and on and on, and it got picked up as a big news story, and I feel like sort of involved. So there you go. It's pretty fun.
Very cool. This sounds like Chris Claremont is slightly moving it. I have a tremendous amount of respect for what he's done in the industry. I'll preface this with this. He is moving into Roy Thomas territory. And it's getting a little, I understand you want your name in the credits. You want that little check, the crumbs from Disney's table. I get it. I would take them. Believe me. If I could say with a straight face that I was part, I'll be honest, Shogun Warriors was like me and 3 guys. If I could get a check for that, I would totally try to say that with a straight face if I was in the industry. But no, I saw some of the things that he said. He's making educated guesses.
Right.
He's hearing things. He's predicating things that he saw in other.
Yeah. I'm literally there on stage with him. He starts going on, and I'm just thinking, oh, this dude's just like every rumor and headline that he's seen. He's like just conflating together, right?
I feel like his intern put together like 10 bullet points, and he didn't bother to read that they were bullet points and just decided to say, I have the script here. Let me spoil it for you.
And Marcus, to answer your question, Chris Claremont smells like Coca-Cola and Oreos.
I was waiting for him to say gin, and then I'd be like, that makes sense. But I also think this is Robbie being classy and putting his boy Mark over, because everybody knows, this being the preview of Robbie Week, the longest line in Huntsville was Robbie's. But, Robbie wants to put his guy over. Yeah, okay, sure. We'll say it's Mark's line. Whatever you say.
All right. So, cover B is by Jay Lee. It's a connecting variant. And we have to take our second break, and we will. And then we will go on with Dynamite books. So, hang out. We're going to get through them all somehow.
I don't know where we'll discuss this when I get back.
All right. Be right back.
Symphonic verses, Nocturne's romance. A song of romanticized darkness, dreaming death by sleep.
According to a statistic that I just made up, people spend 4 hours a day changing the television channel. People who watch The Experience don't do that. Save yourself a ton of time by tuning into The Experience and enjoying our new original programming 7 days a week. And then tell your friends. Think about the money they could save on batteries in the remote alone just by tuning into The Experience. Find out more by scanning the QR code below.
What do you call the place on Spider-Man's wrists where the webs come out? His website. I hate myself for writing that joke, but you'd make me feel so much better if you just visited our website. We have links to our merch, new release lists, all the show info, and so much more. TheEXPLive.com. Twitch. It's not just what happens when you have too many energy drinks anymore. Check out our content over there, too.
right, we're back. Here we go. All right, so now we have
real quick.
Yeah,
Jay, I can't help it. I really like that new tune that we're using for the intro. I like to dance to it. If you want me to send you footage of me dancing to it, you can spruce up the intro if you guys want. Just let me know.
Really? Seriously?
Yeah, bro. Wait, Rex, when's the last time you danced?
It's been a long time, my friend.
That explains a lot, my friend. You should get out and dance more. Maybe just at home by yourself. Put on some tunes, whatever you remember from your childhood, some Louis Armstrong or something, and just dance a little bit. I was trying to think of the oldest music I could think of.
Heel Robbie is not fun. I'm just saying. All right, here we go. So we got cover C by Christian Ward, and we have that one at cover price. All right, then we have cover D by Ben Oliver, and that we also have at cover price.
Some great covers, man.
Then we have cover E, the Jay Lee connecting foil variant, and we have that for $9.99. Then we have cover F, the Jay Lee connecting foil version variant, and we have that for $29.99. All right. So then we got cover G. This one is the blank variant, and we have that, of course, at cover price. Then we have cover H, the Mark Spears Atlas variant, and we have this one at cover price as well.
No, y'all are right. That Captain Planet does look a little bit like me. I got to talk to Mark about licensing fees for my likeness.
Wow. Heel Robbie is drunk with power. Right. So then we have cover J, the Mark Spears Virgin variant, and we have this one for $50.
No kidding. David Pepose has got some great plans for Captain Planet. I've already read issue number 1. It's amazing. It's super fun. And one of the biggest influences, oddly enough, of his Captain Planet work is Chris Claremont's X-Men. So if you like Chris Claremont's X-Men from the 80s, late 70s, and early 90s, you definitely want to check this out because that's the vibe that David's given us.
All right. Then we have cover R, the Mark Spears Black variant. And we have this at cover price as well. Then we have cover. What's that?
I said that's uncanny. Just look at Robbie and look at the screen. Looks just like him.
Hey, next week, dye your hair green. Let's see.
Oh, man, I tried that when I was a teenager. Didn't work out so well.
All right. Then we have cover S, Mark Spears Black Foil variant. And we have that for $9.99. Then we have cover T, the Mark Spears Black Foil Virgin variant. And we have that for $29.99. Then we have cover U, the Green Blank Authentics variant. And we have that at cover price. Then we have cover K, the 110 Mark Spears Foil variant for $10. Then we have cover L, the 110 Jay Lee Black and White variant, and we have that for $10. Then we have cover M, the 1 in 15 Mark Spears Foil Virgin variant, and we have that for $15. And then we have cover N, the 1 in 15 Jay Lee Black and White Virgin variant, and we have that for $15. And then we have cover O, the 120 Ben Oliver Virgin, and we have that for $20. And then we have cover P, the 125 Christian Ward Virgin variant, and we have that for $25. And then we have cover Q, the 130 Jay Lee Connecting Virgin variant, have that for $30. Then we have cover V, the 110 Ben Oliver foil variant, and we have that for 10. Then we have cover W, the 110 Mark Spears black version variant, and we have that for 10. And then we have cover X, the 115 Ben Oliver foil version variant, and we have that for 15. And then on to the crossover that everyone has been waiting for. It is Space Ghost Johnny Quest, Space Quest #1, cover A by Mark Spears.
Look at Mark right there with Space Ghost. He's stealing my Captain Planet pose. What's up with that, Mark? Come on, man.
All right. So after Robbie seeks some therapy, because something about his illusions of grandeur. Gotcha, Becky. Captain Planet 1H and 1W. All right, hold on. Let me get Becky taken care of here. There we go. Becky.
I just want to say thank God for Dynamite Comics, who can give Joe Casey more than 5 issues on a project, unlike Marvel. Screw you guys for canceling Weapon X-Men. That book was great.
All right, Becky. All right, I got you, Becky. All right. All right, then we have Space Ghost Johnny Quest, Space Quest #1, cover B by Joshua Middleton. And we have that for cover price as well. All right. Hey, Ryan, what's up, man? And then we have cover C, the Derek Chu variant. And we have that at cover as well. And then, oh, I like that cover. And then we got cover D, the Ben Oliver variant. And we have that for $4.99.
So these are sold. I can bring in more books. We had a lot to move. These are all sold. We can get. I can bring in more books.
No.
Oh.
All right. Then we have cover E, the Chad Harden variant. This is just for display purposes. We have the books, you know, Jay has the picks. You should know that, my friend. You've been doing this with me for how many years? All right.
You know, my day started at the tequila booth at the Cinco de Mayo thing in
I knew it. I knew you were drinking tequila for Cinco de Mayo. That's why I thought you weren't here when we first started. I was like, this dude's knee deep in tamales and tequila.
That was my breakfast. Was legitimately 3 shots of tequila and these sort of I don't know how authentic they were, but it's sort of like an omelet and a tortilla, and they flip it and it becomes one, and then you fold it, and it was filled with queso and chorizo. I had those
at what time?
9:40.
There's nothing wrong with a breakfast burrito and some tequila on Cinco de Mayo, man.
No, but I'm not finishing the day.
Did someone not fill out their thing?
I don't know.
No.
Hi, Amy. I haven't watched Thunderbolt War Sinners yet, so.
I was excited. I was going to ask, but
I know.
Try to see them when you can.
I'm going to try. It's Robbie week, so you figure I would have some day this week to go do my favorite thing, which is go to the movie theater. So happy Robbie week, everybody. My birthday is Saturday. Station.
I don't know. I thought
happy birthday,
that,
Robbie.
So I was going to have you put it on eBay.
All right. So here we go. Cover F, Mark Spears foil variant. And we have that for $9.99.
You know, Mark may be using me as his reference for Space Ghost, but he's using Rex as his reference for Bandit. I mean, look at that face. You can totally see it, right?
Oh my God.
Nice.
Heel Robbie can sometimes be a little
Have
full
the new
of
books been going? Have Silverhawks, our Space Quest, our Captain Planet, which has been getting great reviews, by the way. Great early reviews. Captain Planet.
Has it?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome.
Yeah, Captain Planet's great. Awesome. I just gave you a good review, Rex, for Captain Planet. You don't even
Save it for Pose. I mean, he's been killing it with Space Ghost, so why not Captain Planet? Doesn't really surprise me.
So it's like Amy's telling me, so I actually believe it. When you tell me,
wow. I'll be here reading.
I'm the guy that Mark Spears is modeling his Captain Planet off of, just so you know. Okay, so
somebody get Mark Spears on the phone.
Oh, there you go. That looks like Robbie. Look at the hair flowing. That looks like Robbie.
Oh my God. You people.
Well, it does. It's right there.
Is there carbon monoxide leaking in Robbie's apartment?
Maybe.
Maybe.
That was oxygen to the brain.
That was the second
I'm just
booth I hit
hoping
today.
everyone's enjoying the new books. And what else we got? We got Space Quest, Redstone, Tax Mars, Herculoids. Robbie just talked with Tom Snigoski this past Friday.
Yeah, I had a great conversation. It's always cool to have Tom on the show.
Tom very much enjoyed that. I probably talked to Tom too much. We messaged almost.
They talked about Vampirella. They talked about Herculoids. If you guys haven't checked it out yet, go check it out.
Tom had a lot of fun. I messaged him.
But yeah, that's just my daily check-in to make sure the show's going well, and everyone's filling out their forms.
It was going well, but then Mariano left, and now it's just us again.
Tom did tell me he really loves being on my show because he's like, at least I don't have to hang around with that Wex Wang guy. Right?
Oh, no.
Do you see what I got to put up with, people? All day long.
Tom doesn't like you. We talk all the time.
I don't even know Tom. He doesn't know me. All right. So Amy sold a piece I saw to Alberto.
Yes.
Okay,
Alberto,
there you go. It was
Vampirella. Say again?
Vampirella. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, there you go.
Cool.
Did you send it out today?
Well, no, I saw it in the box. Hey.
I told him I promised it was going to get sent out today. Alberto, if you're
Well, then
watching,
you
I'm very
lied.
sorry. It's Rex's fault.
Then you lied.
No.
You should ask me first. All right.
But it's ready to go, okay?
Suddenly,
it's safe.
Which means she put the invoice and the piece of art in a plastic bag.
Oh, boy.
Yeah,
But what?
I'm not allowed in the back for shipping and stuff.
First of all, I didn't even know that you sold a piece that you did, and so I saw it in the box. Okay, if I known ahead of time, I would have put it in the front of the line. I would talk to Rick, and it'd be packed and out the door.
It doesn't matter, Rex. We all of our fans. They're watching, and they want their stuff on time. So when they're ready, they got to get out.
It's John's fault.
Rex, I read a lot of Dynamite books.
John, it's John's fault.
Rex,
He
I
told
read a
me
lot of
don't
Dynamite
ship
books.
it,
Rex.
I'm here one
John
day.
called me today and said, "Don't ship that piece." I swear.
I called you today and told you
Yes,
I
you
would
did.
be
Rex,
late.
I read a lot of Dynamite books, and your name is there. Sales and branding, bro. You should know. You should know the sales. What does that
Which,
mean,
by the
branding,
way,
by the way? Do you just look at the
more
covers and go,
art-
yep,
I
it
don't
says
know.
Dynamite.
No, that
We're
that
good.
title was made for me. I have no
I got
idea.
a great idea for Friday. I got a few pieces in mind for Friday. So
Ooh. All right.
tune in later this week. But for right now, get that piece out tomorrow, Rex.
Oh no.
Don't point at me with your threatening fashion.
The plastic.
That's
ruler.
very threatening.
I'm going to return to the public.
I'm going to have to take tomorrow off. I'm traumatized by this hostile act by Amy. I don't think I can ship it tomorrow for you because I'm going to have to call out.
Would you like me
Then
to see if
Alberto's
I
gonna
can
be
give you a
disappointed.
day off?
Well, then it would be your fault for traumatizing me in the first place. That I
It's
would have
silly
to
that
take
I
the day
can't
off.
go back there and because there's a silly rule that I'm not allowed in the back.
Yeah, because we party back there, man. We pop beers, we have pizza. You know, it's a club.
It's
They
just
don't
a
want you
flat
to.
screen
They don't want you
treehouse.
to find their secret.
Are you guys
keg.
hearing this?
It's a flat screen TV and a bunch
Storm
of lazy
Shadow, by the
boys.
way, Storm Shadow has a legit question. Mark does his work on paper. He then puts that into the computer 3D model over it. He tweaks the 3D model and then he digitally paints over it. That's what it.
That's very cool.
That's what he does.
That is
Mark
cool.
can actually draw, and he's not using AI. Everybody keeps saying that to me, and I'm like, no, he's not. I know Mark. Mark can draw.
I can draw like Mark. Siri, draw me a picture of Johnny Quest that looks just like Mark Brooks. Thanks.
All right. So cover G. It's the Mark Spears foil virgin variant, and we have that for $29.99.
Please make sure it gets out tomorrow, Rex. Is
What?
it better if I say please?
What?
My Vampirella piece.
What Vampirella piece?
Oh boy. The one that's going to become a t-shirt.
All right,
Can
gonna pay for
we like cut this for like a hot second? Can we?
Here, just put this.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to Rock and Robbie presents Comic Collectibles here on the EXP.
That is great. Welcome to Rock.
All right.
Oh, this is a bonus episode of Rocky Rock.
Yes, I will.
If I did
will
this
have
show,
to
we'd
wait
get through the books in
up
20
tomorrow.
minutes, and then I'd talk for the next hour and 40. That's what I would do. That's what
No, I was not Comcasted. I was Jade out. All right, I will take it back
Jade
to Rick
out.
tomorrow. I'll have
Jade
it packed
out.
and shipped. Okay.
Again, not for me, for Alberto, because it's I signed it and everything. It's very important.
Very important, dude.
What I don't know why he thinks this is funny.
Well, next week,
It
Amy and I
is.
will be here for the show.
And y'all need to let Amy in the back and share in the tequila and
Amy,
the keg. And
have
all
I
that.
never taken care of something? Okay.
That-
So it didn't go today because it got in the box.
How many of my
but
emails have
I
you
hadn't
read?
gotten the chance to take anything back to Rick.
Everybody, please like, please share, watch Robbie's show, check out the Dynamite books. Please fill out your forms and
It's a good thing I don't work
and
here.
tune in Friday because we're gonna have an art show.
I respect you, Amy.
I
You're
gotta
great.
leave before you frustrate me even
Oh,
more.
thank
Okay,
you.
everyone have a great show.
What would I do?
You see, I don't frustrate Amy because I don't work here.
Yeah, I know. You're here again 1 day a week.
I show up.
And you spend the 2 hours with me, not her. So no, you can't. Okay, let's see how you do in a typical 8-hour day.
Thunderbolts was great for my week, my box office. Oh, do you want to give away something? Whoever guesses the right number of times I've seen Thunderbolts.
Well, let's do that towards the end.
Okay.
All right. So remind me.
Greatest episode ever, Eddie said. Dude, maybe you should hide this, man.
Seriously, right? She's waiting around. Man, thank God she didn't have the metal one. We have one that's made of metal. Okay, that would hurt. I gotta toss this thing, man. Get rid of it.
I just didn't
All right.
want the violence on camera, Rex.
Robbie's
Are
going to
you
put this
sure
on the
though?
mental
I've
health
watched other
channel, not
YouTube channels. Are you sure, Jay? Really?
Sure, Jack.
I don't know. It might send our ratings up. All right, here we go. Cover H, the blank variant. We have that at cover price.
Preston. Did y'all know that Space Ghost has polyps?
Oh, no.
All right. Then we have cover J, the Joshua Middleton version. We have that for 50. Ooh, look at that.
According
That's
to
nice.
this, I'm going to get Space Ghost and Johnny Quest issue 4 in June.
I don't think that's happening.
I'm going to have to go into every
Probably not.
copy and white that out before they leave the bill.
All right. So then
2026.
we have cover U, Mark Spears, the blue variant. And we have that for cover price.
Oh, that one's really nice. Well, not like the other ones you did aren't, but that one's really nice.
All right. Then we have cover V, the Mark Spears foil. And we have that for $9.99. All right. Then we have cover W. It's a Mark Spears foil version. And we have that for $29.99. And then cover X, the blue blank. And we have that at cover price of $4.99. Then we have cover Y, the black blank. And we have that at cover as well. Ooh, look at that. That's cool.
That's cool. You got the space field back there. That's really cool for
Just so you know, this will be used probably in a year-end collage piece by Mariano.
All right.
It's just a setup, man.
Yeah, right.
He's finding color form Space Ghost right now to put on the cover.
All right. So then we got cover K, the 110 Mark Bagley variant. And we have that for 10.
That's
Oh, you
me,
know
Mark
what we
Bagley
didn't do?
getting that
Hold on.
for.
Oh, no, we did do that.
Getting that text has got to be cool. Being Mark Bagley. Hey, look, we know you're Spider-Man and L, but you wanted to do Space Ghost and Johnny Quest?
All right. So then we have cover L, the 110 Joshua Middleton foil. And we have that for 10. Then we have cover M, the 110 Mark Bagley black and white variant. And we have that for 10. Then we have cover N, the 115 Joshua Middleton foil version. And we have that for 15.
John Stout joins us.
John Stout, what's up, bud?
Sorry you missed Mariano, man. It's all been downhill since he left. It's just been books
And
for
picking
sale.
up speed. All right, and then we got
Picking up speed.
cover of the 1 in 15 Mark Bagley Virgin, and we have that for 15.
It's like a dark universe soapbox derby, man. It's not good.
And then we have cover P, the 1 in 15 Chad Hardner Virgin variant, and we have that for 15.
This one seems to almost have the most Hanna-Barbera energy.
All right, and then we got cover Q, the 120 Mark Bagley Black and White Virgin, and we have that for 20. Then we have cover R, the 120 Ben Oliver Virgin, and we have that for 20. Then we have cover S, the 125 Derek Chew Virgin, and we have that for 25.
Johnny Quest is the single greatest proponent for homeschooling I have ever seen. That kid hasn't been in school a day in his life. The township is like, Dr. Quest, you have to send your kid to school. He's like, what are you talking about? We're heading to another planet later today. He's got no time for that.
What's up, bud? All right.
Lyle.
Then we have cover T, the 130 Mark Spears Virgin. And we have that for 30. Then we have cover
Is this
Z.
an ultraviolet version?
Go back one, Jay.
Is that? I mean, that's very cool, but I just.
Is this T, Jay? Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it is a UV one. All right. The Virgin UV. All right. So we have that one for 30. And then we got cover Z, the 1.7 Derek Chew foil. And we have that for 7. Then we have cover ZA, the 110 Mark Spears orange variant. Had that for 10. Then cover ZB, the 115 Mark Spears blue version.
Ooh.
And we had that for 15. And then we got cover ZC, the 120 Mark Spears orange version. And we had that for 20.
It's only a matter of time before Johnny has that invisible belt and the little rocket pack thing.
All right. And so then we have Thundercats Lost number 2. Cover A by Declan Shalvey. And we have that at cover price. Then cover B, the Clayton Henry variant. And we have that at cover as well. And then we got cover C, the Megan Hetrick variant. And we have that at cover price. And then we have cover D, the Mark Bagley variant. And we have that cover as well. And then we had cover E, the J. Lee variant. Have that at cover price. And then we have cover F, the Declan Shalvey foil variant. And we have that at $9.99. And then we have cover G, the Declan Shalvey foil version. And we have that at $29.99. All right, Space Quest D and U. You got it, Becky. Let's see. Space Quest D. One for Becky. And you. Let's see.
When is Mark Spears going to start drawing on blank covers? See, here's the deal. If you actually draw covers, you don't have to draw on blank covers because every cover starts as a blank cover for Mark. Then he fills in all the stuff.
It's true.
Gotcha, Becky. You're good. I have no idea, Robbie Roach. He's doing so many covers for us. I have no idea. Sorry, bud. I can't answer that one.
Oh, but you know what? I got to see if Ken Hazer can do the TMNT homage with Space Ghost, Johnny Haji, and Bandit.
He might be able to. Well, he obviously
already did a Space Ghost TMNT homage. Didn't he? Oh, not a Johnny Quest one though.
Yeah, not
Yeah.
for Space Quest.
All right. So then we got cover I, Declan Shalvey Virgin.
The Space Quest one, the Space Ghost one.
And we have that for 50. Then we have cover J, the 110 Megan Hetrick foil, and we have that for 10. And then we have cover K, the 110 Clayton Henry black and white variant. We have that for 10. And then we have cover L, the 110 J Lee version, and we have that for 10. And then we've got cover M, the 115 Megan Hetrick foil version, and we have that for 15. And then we have cover N, the 115 Clayton Henry black and white version. We have that for 15. And then we have cover O, and we have 115 Mark Bagley version. And we have that for 15. And then we have cover P, the 120 Megan Hetrick version, and we have that for 20. And then we have cover Q, the 125 Clayton Henry version, and we have that for 25.
Preston, I love Starlight, and I always feel like if there's a comic that I wanted to be bigger and wasn't, it was Starlight. To the surprise of no one, it's like a riff on Flash Gordon. I'm a huge Flash Gordon fan, but I would have loved to have seen more from Starlight. Unfortunately, it just seems to be one of those books that sort of is, faded into the background.
Starlight is a great book, but I think he's talking about the character from The Boys.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misunderstood.
But Starlight's a great book, dude. The Mark Miller book, that's really good. That's a really good book.
All right. So then we got cover R, the FOC bonus cover by Rafa Labasco. And we have that cover price of $4.99.
Thundercats Lost shows you how deep the love for Thundercats goes.
All right.
Yeah, the only thing that confused me was there was no black smoke monster in the first issue, but maybe that's in the second.
Nice reference.
All right. Then we have cover S, the 1/7 Rafa Labasco black and white variant. And we have that for 7.
I think the black and white version, you can see the people behind them better.
Oh, good point. And then cover T, the 1/7 J Lee black and white. And we have that for 7. And then we got cover U, the 1/7 Declan Shalvey black and white. And we have that at 7.
I don't remember Dynamite having quite this many black and white variants before I came around.
All right.
You're welcome, everyone who enjoys the black and white covers.
Then we had cover V, the 110 Labasco version. And we have that for 10. All right. Then moving on to Silverhawks. Silverhawks number 3, cover A by Mark Spears.
I was looking at all these covers in the back when I went to get something to drink, and each one I took out of the box to look, I was like, no way, this is the best. Then next one came up, no way, this one's the best. The covers for this artists are leaning into heavy work for Silverhawks. And
really good stuff. Silverhawks, one of my favorite properties from the 80s. This book has been so much fun. I cannot wait for issue 3. And just so everybody knows, Mark Spears models his Monstar up there at the top off of Rex Wang.
Did you not get that guy's check mail down in time or something? Because I got to tell you, they're bagging on you, man.
Well, I can tell you, Heel Robbie is going to have a delay on any shipments that he might be expecting. All right. So now we got cover B, the J Lee variant.
I think Heel Robbie will wind up getting more shipments from Dynamite because the heel version of this character is way over.
Heel Robbie will just call Nick Barucci and file a complaint.
Yeah, because Nick, you can do that. And Nick may send me an email, and then I will say I sent it. Okay, and I'll say, hey, you know how Robbie loses stuff all the time.
Like the
Yeah,
art cover he
okay.
was
I
supposed
said
to do
Robbie
in
promised me
2023?
sketch covers he was going to do 3 years ago, and to date, I haven't gotten them.
You
So
guys
I
haven't gotten
think
those yet?
Robbie-
You guys haven't gotten those yet?
Yeah,
Oh man, I gotta check on that.
yeah, you should.
If I was Robbie, you know what I'd do? I'd have like AI do like the vaguest image of something, like the vaguest image, like a hand. Oh, what are you talking about, man? This is my impression of the art. Don't question my art.
All right.
What I'm gonna do at this point is I'm gonna send them back and be like, these are John Cena variants. Because you can't see them.
I bet Robbie couldn't even find the blank.
Sign it, Robbie.
They're right there. They're right there, my friend.
Robbie 17.
Pick them up. They're right there.
Somewhere.
Pick them up.
Over
Show
there.
us.
Really? Really?
You can see them.
Yeah.
Dude, I gotta
Yeah.
move some stuff to get over there. Hold on.
Oh, you do you?
Oh,
Okay.
All right.
He works in a massive store. That store is 4
He's
floors.
not in his store. He's in his place.
Oh, I thought he was at a store.
No, that's how.
There's one of them right there. There's one of them.
I didn't send you that.
Yes, you did.
Yes.
You
You
sent
can't
me
see
Star Wars, Deadpool, and Action Comics.
I don't
still
know.
have
Maybe I did. I
I don't even know what blanks I sent you. You sent.
No,
man.
because
I
it's
didn't
been
do
3
anything at
years,
this point.
man.
Oh, Star Wars. You know what? Tales from the Underground. That should be his cover.
All right, cover C, the James Stocco variant, and we have that at cover price.
Eddie again, the best episode ever. Apparently, all that's needed is just add tequila.
All right.
Amy too had 3
Apparently,
shots of tequila before she came in this morning. No, I'm just kidding.
Cover D, Geraldo Borges, and we have that at cover price.
Somebody asked in the chat what tequila we were drinking. We were drinking Terramana.
The final boss approves.
They somebody several of the people in the event are huge wrestling fans, so I guess they reached out to Terramana and said, "Hey, we're doing this Cinco de Mayo thing," and they sent them over like a really nice like tent umbrella type cover thing. They needed it this morning. It was drizzly. We were all sort of under tents or under food truck covers this morning. My buddy put it together, even in the rain. It was people had a blast. They were playing music, and the best part was seeing all the decent folk driving out of their driveways in the morning in Rancocas to go to work.
What are these crazies doing?
And they're like, "What are you guys doing?" And we're like, "Hey," waving with like bottles of tequila at like 8:30, 9 o'clock in the morning.
All right. Then we have
I've tried the Rocks tequila, and it's good. And I'm a tequila connoisseur. So
Alberto. What's going on, bud? You know what? We're going to stop now and explain Alberto. We had Mariano Nicieza join us for the first part of the show.
And it's been all downhill and gaining speed, Rex said.
We're going to do a Rex cap of the sketch covers, okay, for Alberto. All right, here we go. First up, we got Doctor Strange #1 with Doctor Strange cover sketch by Joe Del Beato and Mariano Nicieza. It's just a retail of $149.99, and we have it for $65.
Oh, you did miss getting Jade out.
Yeah, you did.
I don't know what was best, the Jade out part or Amy just.
We're going to do 2 for $120, just like we did, I think, last week and before. All right. So Thor #1 with Jane Foster, cover sketch by Ken Hazer and Mariano Nicieza. And we have that for $65. And then Human Torch versus Spider-Man connecting cover sketch by Dan Neilinger and Mariano Nicieza. And we have this for $125. And then we have Deadpool team up with FF and Silver Surfer cover sketch by John Pleak and Mariano Nicieza. Then we have New Avengers #1 with Black Cat cover sketch by Tony Scott and Mariano Nicieza for $65. And then we have Union Jack the Ripper with US Agent cover sketch by Tony Scott. And we have that for $65. And then we have the Void cover sketch collage by Mariano Nicieza. And we had that for $149 or $65. Retails $149.99. Yeah, it does, doesn't it, Alberto? All right. So then we got a ton of Dynamite books. So you missed Captain Planet, Space Ghost Johnny Quest, Space Quest #1, the crossover we've been waiting for. And now we are on, let's see. Where are we? Man, these are a lot of books. All right. Now we are on Silverhawks number 3. All right, Silverhawks number 3, cover E, is the Ivan Tao variant. And we have that at cover. And then cover F, the Leslie Lyrics Lee connecting variant. And we have that at $4.99. Then we have cover G, Mannix variant. And we have that at cover price of $4.99.
That's dope. I love that cover.
I think Alberto bought the cover of this, original art cover. All right. Then we have cover H, the Mark Spears foil, and we have that at $9.99. All right. And then we have cover I, the Mark Spears foil, Virgin, and we have that at $29.99. And then we have cover K, the Mark Spears Virgin, and we have that at $50. And then, yeah, it's on the way, I think. I'm pretty sure, Alberto. When do we ship it? You should have gotten tracking. I'll check tomorrow, buddy. It might have been. And then cover Y, the Mark Spears symbol variant. And we have that at cover price. Then we have cover Z, the Mark Spears solo foil version. See you, Corey. And we have that at $29.99. Then we have cover L, the 110 David Cousins battle damage variant. And we have that as a 10.
I like this. A lot of energy on this one.
Yeah, right? It's a nice one. I like that cover as well.
They just, like I said, I was going through all the different Silverhawks covers, and you always have some that you like better than others, or some speak to you more, or whatever. Every cover that's coming off for this thing,
right.
Like you could tell, people are, creators are determined. We are, Silverhawks has not gotten their due. I mean, I don't think that's, I don't think Silverhawks, a lot of people don't remember it, or they kind of vaguely remember it, but there's not like a lot of noise about it. I love to see the creators, the cover creators particularly, really like, no, we're going to fix that. It's not just going to be Robbie talking to two old guys about Silverhawks, where, we're going to put this thing out in the conversations where it belongs. And to be honest with you, talked to David Proposi in the beginning, and the concern was Space Ghost was that same thing. You know what I mean? And he basically picked up Space Ghost and said, no, this is what we're going to do. And now I see it in these conversations of like, fan favorite book of last year or whatever. And, I'm super happy about that. Hopefully Silverhawks gets that same sort of rub from,
All right. Cover M, the 110 Lyrics Lee connecting foil. And we have that at 10. Then we have cover N, the 110 Ivan Tao foil. And we have that at 10.
Man, that's nice.
And then we have cover O, the 110 J. Lee black and white version. And we have that at 10. Then we have cover P, the 115 David Cousins battle damage version. And we have that at 15. Then we have cover Q, the 115 Lyrics Lee connecting foil version. We have that at 15. Then we have cover R, the 115 Ivan Tao foil virgin. And we have that at 15. Then we have cover S, the 115 Lyrics Lee virgin connecting virgin variant. And we have that at 15. And then we have cover T, the 120 Mannix Virgin. We have that at 20. All right. Let's see. Gotcha, Preston. The Tau foil. Got you. All right. Then we got cover U, the 120 Ivan Tau Virgin. And we've got that for 20. And then we got cover V, the 120 Geraldo Borges version, and we got that at 20. Then we have cover W, the 125 James Stocco version, and we have that at 25. Then we have cover X, the 125 J Lee version, and we have that at 25. And then Tracy Medina in the house. What's up? All right. And then we got cover ZA, the 110 Mark Spears symbol foil, and we have that at 10. Then we got cover ZB, the 110 Mark Spears solo version, and we have that at 10. Then we got cover ZC, the 115 Mark Spears symbol foil version. We have that at 15. Then we have cover ZD, the 115 Mark Spears red background variant. We have that at 15. Then we got cover ZE, the 120 Mark Spears symbol version, and we have that at 20. And then we got cover ZF, the 120 Mark Spears red version, and we have that at 20. All right, so when we get back, we'll do Herculoids number 3, Red Sonja Attacks Mars number 2, and Zootopia number 3. Come on, page. All right, so hang out. There is more, Marcus. I'm not even joking. So hang out. I'll get the rest books as soon as we get back from the break.
Robbie, check Facebook on the break.
The limit is the sky with no glass ceiling. But if the shoe fits, feel free to walk up in it. You can catch me in the sky with no flight attendants, or either in the coupe, but the roof is not attended. I don't look back, I don't look back, I don't look back, I don't look back. I just go forward, I just go forward, I just go forward, I just go forward. I don't hear that, I don't hear that, I don't hear that, I don't hear that. I just ignore it, I just ignore it, I just ignore it, I just ignore it. Rap hitting, I button up Benjamin. I'm not like them, my cloth was cut different. For those that are listening, please know that I never backpedal, nah, never that. I don't look back, I don't look back, I don't look back, I don't look back. I just go forward, I just go forward, I just go forward, I just go forward. I don't hear that, I don't hear that, I don't hear that, I don't hear that. I just ignore it, I just ignore it, I just ignore it, I just ignore it. I don't look back, I don't look back, I don't look back, I don't look back.
We know you probably get a lot of emails, but could you please make sure to sign up for our mailing list? We don't send a lot of emails, and we try not to bother you. We just want to give you the best information about all the cool stuff that's going on around here. Sign up on our website, theexplive.com. Did you know that Arthur, King of the Britons, in Monty Python and the Holy Grail was played by a famous Graham? Check out another famous Graham by following our Instagram.
right, here we go. All right, cover A, Herculoids number 3 by Francesco Mattina. And we have that at cover price. And then we have cover B by Joseph Michael Linsner. And we have that for $4.99. And then we have cover C by Bjorn Berens. And we have that cover. And then we have cover D, the Kyle Hotz variant. And we have that cover price as well. And then we have cover E by Dan Panosian. And we have that cover price.
Love this one. Very psychedelic. Very of the time.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, you're right. And don't mind that sound. That's John rooting through short boxes that we have stored in here.
He's trying to find more championships, man. John,
what?
I saw your John he's trying to find more championship belts, is what I was saying, because he just sent me a bunch of photos of him with the belt.
I did not.
Well, Jay really liked Robbie's trend of posting with the championship belt. So I don't carry them with me, although I had them in my truck for years to show them off. Jay posted a picture, which was excellent. And so I didn't want to leave Jay hanging. So I threw up 2 pictures on Facebook of back-to-back wins for me in 2 consecutive years.
All right, cover G, the Mattina Virgin. And we have that for $50.
What's really funny, John, is that this isn't even mine. It's my buddy's kids. I borrowed it from him for those thumbnails.
Oh, that's awesome!
I borrowed it from a 8-year-old.
Yeah, you want to give it back to him? Why do you still have it?
No.
He's getting it back Wednesday.
But thank you, John. Thank you, John, because I felt really weird being the only one doing it.
No. I got you, man. I saw it and I thought it was cool, but I thought more people would post. I guess maybe more people don't have championship belts.
Yeah, I want one. I want a full-size one now because that was so much fun. I want the spinner belt is what I need. I need a replica of the spinner belt. But I'll tell you what, the John Cena t-shirt, that is mine. That is 100% mine, y'all. That is not an 8-year-old shirt because it wouldn't fit me as well. So,
all right, we have cover H to 110 Craig Rousseau development art variant. And we have this for 10. And then we got cover I, the 110 Craig Rousseau pastel art. And we have that for 10.
I think I'm going to have this on my shoulder for the rest of the show. Is that okay, Rex?
I don't care. And then we got cover J, the 110 Linsner black and white variant. Then we got cover K, the 115 Greg Rousseau development art version. We have that for 15. And then we got cover L, the 115 Rousseau pastel art version. And we got that for 15. And then we got cover M, the 115 Joseph Michael Linsner black and white version. We have that for 15. And then we got cover N, the 120 Dan Panosian version. We have that for 20.
I love that Panosian cover, man. Panosian's a goat right now, though, man.
And then we got cover O, the 120 Kyle Hotz.
Well, the Panosian cover has the sort of vibe of the era.
Yeah.
You know,
and this Kyle Hotz, dude. Just look at the Herculoids and Kyle Hotz's style. That looks so. They look creepy, don't they? That's awesome. Yeah. Look at Luke Fleet. He looks very scary.
They turned the Herculoids from a Saturday morning cartoon to, something I'm going to probably watch on Shudder when I get.
All right. Then we got cover P, the 120 Bjorn Berens version. We have that for 20. And then we got cover Q, the 120 Linsner version. And we have that for 20. All right.
I've seen Metal Elf here in the chat. What's up, homie? Nice to see you.
Hey, Metal Elf.
Oh.
All right. So then we got Red Sonja Attacks Mars number 2, cover A by Linsner.
I love this cover. The head chop, the brain being spliced open.
This book is a lot of fun.
That's so cool. That's great.
All right. Then we got cover B by Jay Lee.
Another great cover.
And then we got cover C by Greg Land.
I love that.
Another
Man,
great cover. Why are
Look
y'all
at that.
killing it with the covers on Red Sonja Attacks Mars? That's awesome, man.
All right.
I think Dynamite has sort of, and I don't think this is like any, like I would say something that Nick wouldn't want me to say or whatever. But I think what separated Dynamite, particularly in the last few years, but really as far back as I can remember, and I've kind of been with reading the books of the company since year 2. I picked up all the stuff from year 1. It's the emphasis on the cover as the statement. I think when you've been doing the same book for 40 or 50 years, sure, there can be great covers, but I don't think they're as impactful as when you're doing something, that's not Batman, Spider-Man. When you're doing something like Red Sonja or Vampirella, the cover is super key and essential. And as long as I can remember, Dynamite has had artists, even from, Alex Ross doing covers to, right now you've got Mark Spears and others doing these crazy, crazy covers. Dynamite has always sort of been at that forefront of indie comics covers.
And I'll tell you another thing. Dynamite's always taking care of their cover artists. And you know that for a fact because why do people stick around doing covers for Dynamite for years and years and years? It's because y'all take care of the artists.
I mean,
That's
Joseph
nice.
Michael Linsner, not to put any words in his mouth, but how long has that guy been doing covers for Dynamite?
I mean, think about how rare it is to get a Marvel or a DC cover from Alex Ross or J. Scott Campbell, but y'all have them out the yazoo. You know what I'm saying? So y'all take care of people, man.
From what the rumor is now, when you get Alex Ross to do a cover, and if I'm mistaken, I'm mistaken, but the rumor is, that's why I'm saying heavily, this is a rumor, not a fact. Alex Ross needs to be heavily paid to get him to do covers. That guy doesn't work cheap at all. So when people are like, oh, how come you never see a cool cover by Alex Ross from, Zenoscope or some other like smaller publisher, they'd have to give him half the company.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
I mean, who has the money to pay him?
All right, so here we go.
Disney, Marvel, Warner Brothers, DC.
All right, so we got cover D, Linsner Virgin, and we have that for the cover price.
I don't know, man. I really like the other cover, but this one is just the brain slice and the jar slice are just too cool.
All right, then we got cover E, the Jay Lee black and white, and we have that for 1:10 ratio book. Cover F, 1:10 Greg Land black and white. Then we have cover G, the 1:15 Jay Lee black and white. And then we've got cover H, the 1:15 Greg Land Virgin. And we have that for 15. Then we got cover I, the 1:20 Linsner black and white Virgin. And we have that for 20. Oh my God, I'm getting tired.
You probably have one less than you think.
All right, so now, last book of the night. All right, is Zootopia number 3, cover A by Trish Forstner. And we have that cover price.
Did we take our last break?
Yeah, I think.
Man, I'm going to get you an espresso shot. There's a lot of books.
Yeah, seriously, for real, right? All right, cover B by Alessandro Rinaldi. And we got this one for cover price.
You see, that's what you notice when you look at the black and white cover, the line art.
All right, so then we got cover C, the Craig Rousseau color bleed variant. And we have that cover price as well.
I forget who it is. Somebody did a color bleed of a Green Lantern book, and I thought to myself, like, I would buy that like as a print if it was big enough and put it on the wall.
All right, cover D, the storybook art variant. Cover E, the movie characters variant.
Idris Elba. Nice.
Right?
Then cover F, the 1:10 movie characters Virgin.
Have him sign a whole bunch of those for people for next week, okay? Idris Elba, you get
Yeah,
all
sure.
that.
I'll get right on.
Get him on the phone, Mr. Sales and Branding.
I'll get Idris right on the phone.
Oh,
I'll
my
get
God.
right on it. All right. So cover G, the 110 storybook art version. And then we've got cover H, the 115 Craig Rousseau colored bleed version.
Believe it or not, this character is modeled on me, as Marcus illuminated.
These guys are having a lot of fun. Like Jeff Parker had a lot of fun with Zootopia.
He did, and he shamed me into finally watching it. And this dude, the sloth, they're the best part of the movie, dude. They're hilarious.
Yeah, he actually it was one of his first, I think when he moved over to Blue Sky or something, Jeff Parker said something about, if I'm going to make people watch this that didn't watch it before, that's all part of the plan.
Yeah.
And it's true. There's a ton of people in the comments on Blue Sky that are like, dude, I didn't watch this. And that's my bad. I should have watched this.
This is also a really great interpretation of Rex. This is also a really good interpretation of Rex going through the Dynamite books tonight while me and John keep interrupting him.
This is Rex at 8:01.
So much fun.
At 8:01, he's getting a cup of coffee. And Rex and I have
Rex literally started the show, John. You weren't here. He was like, okay, guys, we got a lot to get through. It was like, as he was like saying, shut up. don't interject too much. Don't pull out the belt. Don't make bits out of it.
Don't pull out the belts.
All right, here we go. I got 2 more books. Just bear with me. All right. So cover I, 1 in 15, Alessandro Rinaldi version. And then finally cover J, the 120 Trish Forstner version. And that is the Dynamite books coming out Wednesday.
Nice.
My Lord.
You guys,
TJ, I'm right there with you, man. They don't need to just do a Zootopia tailspin scene and crossover. They need to do a tailspin book. So put that
now
one.
We have to do the Rex cap. No. Are you kidding me?
What you guys should do is go check out Ken Hazer on Facebook after the show. He just posted some of his upcoming stuff, and I don't know if I've ever seen the Rhino look that good.
So you know who I met? Ken Hazer's wife and son last week.
Oh, did you really? Were you down in his?
No, they were up here dropping stuff off for us.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So
please tell me their names are Ben and Jen. So it's like Ken Hazer.
Oh my
married
God,
to Jen Hazer with son Ben Hazer.
They are not.
Oh man.
Sorry. So, all right. So what we'll do is Wednesday, I got to figure something out. There's no way I can get through 1 hour with all these books. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to kind of abbreviate the process.
You can totally do it, man. Me and John won't be there. You'll be fine.
No, dude, 1 hour, even 1 hour, it's tough, dude. That many books, I've done it before. Last Wednesday, almost killed me.
Would it help if Robbie and I appeared on Wednesday? Like a special?
Yeah, you want us to show up?
then I get through 2 books, and that'd be about it.
By Wednesday, I could probably find one of those belts in the pictures, and I'll just wear it around my neck.
I could get through all those books in 15 minutes, and then we could just chat for 45.
So we should have back issues. Yeah, Preston, I actually have something to do Wednesday night, so that ain't gonna make it. But yeah, thank you, Lyle.
So I got a question real fast.
Yeah, shoot.
Fast. This cover right here, does anybody, maybe it's just me that sees it, does anybody picture the Batman 66 opening with this cover?
100%.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I don't think that's...
Yeah. Okay, thank you. I thought I was going crazy I was like, man, that really looks like the opening of Batman 66. Okay.
You're not crazy, Jay. You're just a champion.
No. We're seeing sort of like a lot of I don't know if homage is too strong a word, but I think we're seeing it a lot now. People remember favorite poses, panels, covers that like are stuck in their brain. They recreate them. Watching Thunderbolts, they've sort of recreated some of the highlight moments from other movies. In this Thunderbolts, there's a very much sort of a recreation from Captain America: Winter Soldier, the introduction of Winter Soldier. It's very similar.
They recreate Winter Soldier? I thought they already did that with Captain America: Brave New World.
The congressman does a great job in Thunderbolts.
So, yeah, we'll figure it out. There has to be a way to kind of streamline the process. I could read faster or whatever.
No,
Well,
just put up a link. Go look for that. Go look for it. Don't make.
Well, no, it's not that. I actually have to get some back issues, and I like to bring more ratios if we have them. So I'll figure out something. It'll happen one way or another. I'll make it happen.
Rex has been carrying that show on his back on Wednesdays without me and John, y'all. Give him some props. Rex deserves it. Rex, you're a good dude, man. I love you, man. You're a good dude.
We'll have
thank you, Robbie.
We'll have Amy order you a belt so you can post it in a picture.
I don't need a belt. Okay, I'm good.
No.
I can borrow one.
See, in the non-Vince McMahon era, we can call them belts. We don't have to just say titles. We can say they're belts.
So I can actually borrow one. So a new fad in softball tournaments is instead of a ring or a trophy, they've been giving out these belts. So I know that my buddy probably has some for the tournaments he runs.
And well, they
give them out.
Everybody wants a belt.
Yeah, and then they got rings now too. So all right, so Becky wants Silverhawk A and H. Hold on, Becky. Let's see what.
That's one thing I didn't win. I've won plaques. I've won a cleaver with a big cleaver engraved one year. I won a steak competition.
Mm-hmm.
I've gotten belts. I've gotten trophies. I've never gotten a ring, and that would have been pretty cool.
Yep.
Although I watched how hard. I watched how hard. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
What's that?
I said Rex does an excellent job on Wednesdays. You know, it's just him all by himself. Nobody else there to help him, or he produces.
Well, you're there.
Himself.
Jay, you just got to push buttons, man. Let's be real, man.
Jay, you're there.
Okay.
A monkey.
Yo, Robbie, back in the house.
Oh no,
that's okay. Robbie can be a heel for me.
Real heel, Robbie.
Listen, I'm coming in to interrupt this to say Jay does more than just press buttons. Okay, Jay keeps me in line, which is a hard job. Okay.
Yeah, you're right. Jay does more than press buttons. He also has to put up with your ass too, man. So there you go.
Especially now that I'm the insane wrestling champion.
Does everyone have a belt?
That's my actual belt that I actually won.
When you win belts.
You mean one you it's not one you borrowed from an 8-year-old?
Oh
my God, Jay, you have one too? Holy moly.
Oh man, I could die happy now. This really is the best show
next
ever.
Monday, it's Show Your Belt Day. I got.
Hey, what are you doing? Is Jay growing his hair out for a crow cosplay at Halloween? Did y'all see him? Did y'all see that?
He passed Winter Soldier about a month ago.
Wait a minute. So next Monday's show is Bring Your Belt. And to the group out there, if you have a belt, take a pic, send it to me.
Oh man, this 8-year-old's going to be devastated if I don't return this belt this week. I got to keep it for another week.
Just send him a gift card to your comic book store.
I'll send him a sketch cover. I'll sketch him this Action Comics.
Even the 8-year-old's going to go, what the hell is this? It's blank.
It's just going to say you're never getting this belt back.
You can't
trade you for the belt
again.
Tell the kid if he wants the belt back, he's got to win it. Teach him the value of hard work.
Yo, that's right, dude. Lies, cheat, and steal, man. Let's do it.
I used to contribute to a buddy's wrestling podcast years ago, and the trend started where they were selling belts. And my friends the rule was if you listen to this show, if I see you with a belt at a show on site, you better be ready to defend it.
Oh my God.
Nice,
my God.
Belt
See, everyone has a belt. So Monday is Bring Your Belt to Work Day. Okay.
I'll give this kid a couple paydays and a Snickers bar, and he'll probably let me keep it for another week.
Yeah, let him keep it. It'll be fine.
He's 8. Okay. He wants his belt back. No, but seriously, Monday is Bring Your Belt to Work Day. I'm calling it now.
The appropriate belt for Robbie, and I'm sure it's in the PCP budget, is the Undertaker belt. With like the black silver thing. I think it's like $800.
Okay.
What does that mean to the PCP?
I want the winged eagle belt. Man.
I
That's
imagine
my favorite, right? The winged eagle. That's my
time
jam.
out. Steve and Detta, I imagine that Kyle won that belt for some barbecue competition.
No, that's an actual wrestling belt that I won. Actually, wrestling.
Really?
Yeah, but they vacated it in this little indie promotion I work with, and I, as a heel manager, came out and entered a Royal Rumble, a battle royale, like over the top rope rumble, and won only because I didn't know how to take a bump over the top rope yet. So they couldn't get me out or I would get hurt.
So you pulled a Vince Russo and gave yourself a belt is what you did.
I dropped it the next event to current NWA World's Heavyweight Champion and Insane Wrestling Champion Thomas Latimer, who you may have known from his time in WWE and TNA, who's now the NWA champion. So
that's interesting.
So you did pull a Vince Russo.
Thought
you
won the belt
accidentally won the belt and then gave it up.
100%.
I imagine that you must have won that belt at one of those barbecue competitions that you did.
That's what I thought when I first saw the picture. I thought that was a barbecue belt.
But hey, whatever.
But
we go everyone bring your belt on Monday.
Barbecue competition. So
if you look at the pictures, my belts were for bacon specifically. They used
that makes sense.
They used to have a very large bacon competition.
That makes sense.
Over at the Loretta Winery, like about a half hour.
That makes total sense to me, actually.
And
excuse me. All right, so let's do the giveaway. All right, Jay, if you would.
Good luck, everybody.
All right, here we go. Spin that wheel, sir, please. And the winner is Kenneth Bird again.
Congratulations.
Congrats, Kenneth.
That's what a champion looks like.
All right, hold on.
Kenneth frickin' Bird.
That's what a champion looks like.
Oh, my God. Got a triple B.
And if you see my shirt, that was coffee-encrusted bacon encrusted
with Jay, I'm going to start sending you these pics of people with belts. So you can keep a file so we can use them on Monday. All right, fair enough. So, disclaimer: if you send me a pic, we're gonna throw it up on the show on Monday. All right. Except for Robbie because he borrowed his belt from an 8-year-old.
I earned this belt. I pinned him cleanly.
Does he know that?
I just texted you my pics for next week.
Thank you. So, Jay, you got me?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my Lord.
Kyle, yeah, if anything, that's a cooler belt Kyle has than I thought. I assumed it was for barbecue, which would be cool as it is, but it's actually for wrestling. That's awesome.
Yeah, so he got the belt because he couldn't go over the top rope. They didn't want to hurt him. They didn't want to hurt him.
Wins to win.
I had 3 matches this past weekend. I'm still exhausted from this past weekend, but
Jay, what do we got coming up?
What's next is you and I road trip into Ohio.
Can I?
I don't want to go to Ohio.
That's actually why I'm here. I could be watching AAA from this weekend that I missed while I was at a wrestling convention, but instead I'm here with you guys to promote this. On Monday, before this show, 1 week from today at 5 o'clock Eastern, we will have members of the creative team of The Future Is, Fred Van Lente, at least, and some other people from the brand new publisher, Recca. Although my camera is weird. So
these books show up today, right? With my name.
These are the books that just showed up. Here's the deal. Starting next Monday with this show, every show on the EXP will have this book on offer. You can get it from any book show on the EXP. You can get this book. It is exclusive to the EXP next week. We have 2 weeks with the hardcover proof of concept Kickstarter book that you are the first direct-to-consumer customers to get it. Then in 2 weeks, issue number 1 hits comic shops. So you've got to get it with us before you get it with them.
So Jay, I will assume you have an image of the book, so I don't have to scan it and put it up on Slack, right?
I'll make sure he gets one.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough. So this case of books shows up okay, with my name on it. I open it up. I think maybe it's a crowdfunder thing or something. I have no idea what it is. And then I get an email from Kyle, and he explains it.
Laura, is whoever posting Hack the Planet, is she going to be doing a Hackers cover?
So one of the cool things that's fun about this book, guys, if you haven't heard me talk about it, there are Easter eggs in here for you computer nerd types.
Ooh.
That if you play the game, you get entered into a Ready Player One style competition, capture the flag, with a leaderboard.
Very cool.
And weird. Kyle, Ed Weird is asking about the price.
I didn't say the price yet. We're still working on that.
Gotcha.
We're going to announce Monday a bunch of other stuff that we're doing with Rekka and this book. That the details are still getting ironed out. So we'll get that to you by Monday.
All right, sounds good.
And next Monday,
I can tell you that the EXP will have its own leaderboard that you can get in on.
Oh,
cool.
That is very cool.
Hey, Kyle, you will send me an email about all this, right?
I promise. It's just as soon as I figure it all out, Rex.
Nope, fair enough.
He's telling you right now all you need to know.
I'm not writing it down, so I need him to.
The cost is
send
in
me an
Bitcoin.
email.
That's funny. That's good.
So as far as what's coming up next, let's go ahead and put this in the chat. Let's have Robbie tell us what's going on, Robbie.
Oh, man, it's Robbie week. And we always do Robbie week. We always do a PCP movie night with one of my favorite movies. How about the best animated film of all time, Akira? That's at 8 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Eastern on PCP, Pop Culture Philosophers.
And we see Akira get homaged a lot on covers. We've seen a few of them on this show.
Oh, yeah. And just the motorcycle slide, homaged in so many different things. Live action, animated.
Slide, I always wonder if that motorcycle slide influenced some of the Winter Soldier scenes.
I'm sure it did, 100%.
Captain America Winter Soldier, right?
And Jay's haircut influenced the Winter Soldier too, I'm hearing.
Jeez.
You're not kidding.
I was gonna wait till the week before Superman came out to cut it, but we're going to Comic Palooza in June, and Jenna was like, "No, you got to cut that before then." So
you need to go in June as the Summer Soldier. Dress like the Winter
his
Soldier.
Wife is telling him what to do. His wife is telling him what to do.
Yes.
Okay. Jay, you should do it, not listen to Heel Robbie.
Next Monday, Robbie will be talking about all the gifts he's been sent for Robbie Week.
But,
all right. So
also, while you're watching Robbie, keep another tab open on the CBSN. You can catch Kyle and I doing the second shift lunch sales show. Then come back.
I already told Kyle to stop competing with me, man.
Well, I know
what's going on with that, man.
No, it's not.
It's the Monday Night Wars.
Look right here. Look right here. See that?
Jen, let this man grow his hair out.
Come back to the EXP at 11 Eastern, 10 Central for Best Coast Comics. They're going to be talking some free comic book day stuff and also John Byrne's impact on comics.
Wow.
Who? No, just kidding.
So Jenna has spoken. Cut the hair, Jay.
Oh wait, he could do a 90s Superman cosplay with long hair. He loves Superman.
So don't get all cocky.
Yeah, okay, Jay, go for the mullet. Bring the
Jay's
super mullet back.
I don't know. Jay's hair is long enough to pull off Nikki from the 90s when he had the mullet on HSN. I'm just saying.
Ooh. You have a banded collar shirt?
Billy Ray Cyrus. It's the look. So anyway, I'll be back Wednesday, and then Monday, remember, bring your belt. Anything else?
No. Thank Kyle. Thank Jay. Thank Robbie. Thank Marianne.
I don't think
started.
I don't think I'm thanking Robbie tonight.
What? I'll thank you.
Heel Robbie.
Why would you not thank me, man? What's wrong with you, Red?
It's Robbie week.
Thank you, Robbie, for stealing the 8-year-old's belt.
This is the time when you go to his wish list, you pay your tribute for all the cool stuff he does all year.
All right. So
hashtag free stuff for Robbie.
I'll see the rest of you Wednesday. I appreciate you guys.
Congratulations again, Ken. Good night.
Thank you, Robbie. Thank you, Jay. Thank you, John. I'll see you guys Wednesday. Peace.
Join the party. Head over to our link tree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is all the time.